Hey, it's Frank Manny out here in Southern California, and I just pulled out my 71 Suzuki TM400. So I'll go through and show you some of the features about the bike. It has the original Akront rims on both the front and rear. This is the original front forks, and I had done a little bit of work on the part that works, but you can see a little bit of pitting up here between the triple clamps. But I used the bike as you see it. The front fender is close to the original, but this is not an original front fender. All this setup here, though, on the front rim is original. I believe these are original bars, original triple clamps, but this and this do look original to me, but I'm not sure about the handles. They may be original as well. We do have the original tank, and this is 1971, first year for the Suzuki TM400, and the only year they made them in orange. Original tank. I believe it's the original motor. You can also see that it has the oil pump reservoir, and the oil lines, are upper and lower lines, are still here. I ran a pod filter on this carburetor. I ran pod filters on all my TM400s. You can see original shifter, original peg. The bike did also come with an original kickstand. You can see original chain guide here, back rim. Now this is also an original fender for this bike, but it looks like it's had some paint. Original seat. Looks like this has been reworked here a little bit at one point, although that was before me. Rear suspension is just there. You would probably want to put something on here that works for you, of course. The pipe does have a silencer, and you can also see that although there's a little bit of wear and tear on this pipe, there's not a lot. So I feel like the bike is probably low hours. The pipe on the bottom, not a lot of smashed in action. Just a couple bangers here, but I've seen a lot worse for a downpipe, but in pretty good shape. Here's the lower springs. Pretty close to original on the whole setup. Here's original brake pedal. Original peg on the other side. Original Kickstarter. Just to show you also, she kicks through just fine. I've actually raced it maybe 2 or 3 times. I've owned the bike since 2011, so had this bike nearly 10 years. And she was a runner the day I bought it, which is just the way I like to buy them. And on the track here at Paris Raceway, a terrible rattle started coming from the bike. I drove it back into the pits. I asked my buddies as it was running, what do you think that rattle could be? And here's what the rattle was. The flywheel. So the flywheel had come loose and was rattling around up inside this cover. So since that time, I've diagnosed, taken the flywheel off, and the threads inside were boogered up a little bit. And I asked my buddies, well, what am I going to do about that? And they said, leave it off. That's the way it was when it came stock from the factory. So that's one of the things about the bike. When I 2 or 3 years later, whenever it was, when I went to fire the bike up again, I did not have a spark. And so I began sort of looking into those things. I have a bag with some parts in it, but I never finished. All I had to do was grab a different TM400. I have maybe 4 or 5 of them. So you'll have to do a little bit to get the bike going. However, again, I think some of the good features are low hours, very good originality, and a great place to start on a 71 TM400. If you would like to own the bike, I can ship it. I've shipped them before. I just sold some CR500s. One went to Australia, one went to Connecticut. 5 of them went to a local guy here in SoCal. But I can ship this bike anywhere and prep it for shipping. And I can be reached at area code 951-235-3238. Frank Manny.